Yeah, I mean, it's a slippery slope. You know, like, for example, I interviewed Freeway Ricky Ross, and he had a whole bunch of corrupt cops that he testified against. Some people feel like that's telling. I think that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? If you have corrupt cops and you're trying to protect yourself against the actual law, because they're going to tell on you, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, telling on corrupt cops. I mean, do you consider that snitching?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Some people would, though.
Well, if you're in a one-on-one situation with a cop and a cop accuses you of you doing something, how do you fight your case?
Right.
You just stay quiet?
Right.
It doesn't really make any sense. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That also means every time someone gets shot and killed or abused by a police officer and everybody shares it on Instagram, so all y'all are sharing evidence, that's snitching? Because you're all sharing the same video. If a rapper shoots somebody on video and all y'all get the oh, look, this is da, 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 people gonna say you snitching. But if you reposting a cop doing it to somebody, is that not gonna? I just think it's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, it's really making it to where if you want to be a super gangster, you can't do anything to defend yourself. You're just supposed to accept 3 life sentences plus death and take it to the chin.
Man, listen, people have been calling me a snitch for 15 years, and I have yet to see someone that I've snitched on.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't, like I played you that audio from the Vegas police. Like, I don't cooperate with police.
Well,
but then again, I also don't have a problem with cooperating. If someone shoots me, I'm going to cooperate against that person.
Yeah.
You know, if someone runs in my home, I'm going to cooperate. Like, it just is what it is. Like, you know, I had academics on here yesterday. He was telling me about a situation where a couple of guys tried to rob his house. They had like AKs and guns, and they tried to get up in his house. They couldn't get in. And there was a high-speed chase. You know, the police investigated, and he found out there was a girl that was at his house that was basically setting him up. He shared all the video footage, and he said when it comes to court, he's cooperating.
He openly says that, though.
He openly says that.
Yeah, and it's like, how can you hold
that
that against him?
And I support him saying that.
Yeah.
You know, I had my own situation where I had a home invasion situation where the guy attacked me, which I ended up fighting him off, and I thought I killed him. And, you know, me and him talked before his case, before he had to go to court, and I explained to him over the phone that I'm not going to cooperate with police against you. Because I said, as far as I'm concerned, you and I are even. Okay? You did what you did. I did what I had to do. You know, you took a lot more damage than I did.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he was dead. Like, I seriously thought that I had killed him. Like, I'd walked out thinking that there's no way a person could have survived what I did to them.
Yeah.
In self-defense, ultimately. And I said, listen, whatever you got going on, it's between you and the state of California. You know, I'm not going to cooperate. I already told the DA I live in a whole different state and I don't have enough money to travel, whatever. He ultimately got probation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me and him walked away.
There's so many situations, especially like with self-defense, stand your ground.
Yeah.
The biggest component with self-defense or stand your ground is being the first person to report what happened. If you try to rob me and I shoot you, but you call 911 first, you can spin the story however you want to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, did you hear about the Travis Rudolph story?
That's shot the people outside of his house, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
Julio. That's somebody you've interviewed before. He's been in a bunch of situations. He's cooperated with the police, but never told them who it is.
We'll talk about Julio in a second because I actually want to talk about him. Me and him actually talked on the phone today. But with the Travis Rudolph situation, it was interesting because what had happened was him and his girlfriend got into this big fight. She went through his phone and found out he was talking to some other girl.
Yeah.
She started hitting him in the head with trophies. She broke his, the window in his car and tried to throw a brick at him and then punched him in the face a bunch of times. All this is on camera. You know what I mean? And then she was like, my brother's going to fucking kill you. My brother's going to kill you. My brother's going to murder you. She went and called her brother and basically said, shoot his shit up. And he responded, Travis Rudolph is a dead man. He went and got 3 of his friends. So the 4 of them showed up at Travis's house. 2 of them were armed. 1 of them had no shirt in the middle of the night. You know, you show up to someone's front door with no shirt, you're not going to a pool party. There's no pool at the house, right? You know, you're already sending a message with that. Travis comes out. Him and his brother come out to see what's up. They all jump him. They start, everyone starts fighting, whatever else. Travis goes inside, grabs his gun, You know, because one of the guys pulls out a gun. Two of them were armed. One of them pulls out a gun. He pulls out his. They jump in the car and they pull out guns on him and he opens fire. Kills one of them, shoots the other. But once again, like you said, he doesn't call the police. Those other guys get away. The police find him. One of the person's dead in the car at this point. And they try to say that they just came over to talk and he just pulled out a gun and started shooting at everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He has to go to court and he beats it. Luckily. But that's because he had lawyer money, one of his NFL friends, because he was he was an NFL player that was trying to get back in the league, so he had NFL friends. So one of his football player friends ends up putting like $200,000 up for his defense, so he got a really good lawyer.
Well, I'm glad that happened because, I mean, he deserved to beat that shit, and it's sad that there's people that don't beat their cases just because they don't have the financial ability to do so.
Oh, yeah, public defender would have put him in prison.
Yeah.
Straight up. And I said that.
And this was in Florida, right?
Florida.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you think, but, I watched the case. Like, I watched the actual prosecution, the defense, all the witnesses, and basically what the prosecutor was saying throughout this case was murder begins when self-defense ends. So according to the prosecutor, according to the witnesses, to the guys who showed up at his house, they were trying to get away and he opened fire.
Right.
He was saying that they were pulling out guns in the car and trying to shoot him and trying to run him over with the car. So this is where the fuzzy part said. They basically said, the prosecutor said, Travis Rudolph pursued 4 boys that were trying to leave and shot 39 times. These were men. They were in their 20s.
They're trying to make the shit.
They make a child like these children that were just,
these poor kids.
wandered to the wrong house, suddenly are getting slaughtered by this maniac with an automatic weapon.
Yeah.
When in reality, they showed up with intent to try to kill him. And the fucked up part about this, the thing that I hate the most about this case, is that the girlfriend and the girlfriend didn't get charged with anything. The 4 guys that showed up with the guns, because if me and my cameraman show up to your house with guns trying to kill you and he gets killed, I should be charged with a murder, right?
That's the felony murder law.
That's the felony murder law. 4 guys show up to someone's house with intent, shoot his shit up, he's a dead man. Like one of them admitted that he's going to kill this guy. He's a dead man walking. And in the process of trying to kill him, one of their friends gets killed. So how are they able to walk away?
I'm assuming it's because none of them actually fired.
There's that part.
If they had fired, then that might have been...
Nobody fired, but they found the guns in the bushes. They tried to ditch the guns as they were running. Because one of them got shot and ditched the gun as he was running away, shot.
Yeah, and didn't they engage in a fight?
There was a fight. They threw the first punch. See, but the thing is that the prosecution wanted them as witnesses, as cooperating witnesses, and probably offered them immunity.
Oh, they got the KVD.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, man, it's a crazy situation. Yeah, it's stand your ground seems like it's straightforward, but it's not always straightforward. I remember.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of gangsters that they find themselves in situations, and they're gonna be like, oh, I'm not calling the police, I'm not doing this. They're just gonna have their girl do it though.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not gonna call them because I know TMZ is gonna get the audio of this shit. But hey, babe, call them and tell them I just shot him because he tried to rob me.
Yeah.
There's your, you know what I'm saying?